All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Browns' 4-yard line.
Set. The 20. 54.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Kill.
Check 13. Check 13.
Stanley.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Nick Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and very short, Mayfield, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check. Topper! Check. Real.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing that puts them in that position.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius. And a loose football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
No. King. What's that?
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here we go. 120. We own it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Go. 20. 54. Mike, 54. You ain't got nothing.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, round 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's a pickup of 3.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Set.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cut.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Let's go.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming. 56 to Mike. 56.
King.
We gotta get to the ball, team. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Hey, exit.
56, Mike. 56.
Alert.
Deuce. Check.
Pistol.
He's crashing.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Bound to lose 1. Check the backer.
Alert. Hey, alert 33. Hurry. Watch out.
Mayfield now from the 50. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Hey, alert. God.
Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Pick it up.
Watch out.
That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
You got it.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Alert, 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 alert!
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 14-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 yards there, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. On 1st and 10, Mayfield forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, come on, come on. Hey, alert 30. What's up?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Let's go.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Antonio Callaway with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. To try again after the sack. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now Callaway on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
Check 56. I got one.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
180.
Right there, 56.
Point it right.
I'm coming after you. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. You run.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pac-Man. 120.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
King.
Watch. Pistol. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Go. 20.
Check 53, Mike. Hey, here I come.
Wentz now on first down. That's caught by Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A toss play to Chubb. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Philadelphia.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
64, weak.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wentz going to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
27.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
25, check 25, check 25. 30.
Here's Wentz to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll run with Sanders, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. You ain't going nowhere.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got it open, then he completes it to Callaway. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down. 1st and 10.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 1st down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
At the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Jim. Regular. Check 31. Under 10. 10. Rush in. 57.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They shakes him off. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, tight. Mike 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Push him back.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Waiting.
Check 53.
Great 15. Great 15.
53. 53. Mike. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 53 is Mike. 53.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. To throw is Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Wentz. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.